Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So if you've been following the channel recently, you'll know that unfortunately the dome that I usually train at was destroyed in a windstorm, so I'm not able to train there anymore. So I've had to find another facility. Some of you might actually recognize this place. I've made plenty of videos here before. So this is where I'm going to be training over the next couple of months because it has started snowing here in Rochester, New York, and it's impossible to train outside. So still got to get training in, but I want to show you something before I get into my warm-up. It's pretty cool. Have a look at this. I got sent this bag, but it's not any ordinary kind of bag. It's got a lot of really cool features that I'm going to show you right now. This is the company that sent it to me, Active Cargo. So it's actually an anti-theft sports bag, and there's no other sports bag on the market which offers anti-theft features. So it features a 3-digit combination lock with reinforced YKK zipper. So even if someone used something sharp to try and get into it, they're not going to be able to get into that main compartment. It's got an extendable wire lock, so you can lock it onto any stationary object. So if someone tries to run off of it, they're going to have a hard time doing so. It's also got a hidden rain cover, so you can protect it from the rain if it is bad weather on the day that you're training, if you're outside. It's got a big ventilated shoe and laundry compartment, so you can put in your dirty shoes or your laundry and they can breathe, so they won't get any mold or anything on them like that. And also it's foldable for easy storage as well, so if you're not actually using it or you're traveling with it, you can fold it away nice and compact. So the Active Cargo bags will be launched soon. Their Kickstarter is on March 12th. Make sure you check out the details in my description box as well. Enter my own promo code so that you can be entered in for the giveaway, so you can actually get one of these bags for free using 7MLC10. But yeah, just check out all the details in my description box below. All the information's right there for you. But now I'm gonna get into my training session, and today I'm working on shooting only. And the reason I'm just working on something specific is because I've got team training tonight, and in team training it involves all the different elements of the game: passing, shooting, receiving, everything. So because you're getting such a well-rounded session, I'm able to work on something really specific in my individual session. So let's get into the warm-up and then we'll get into the shooting session. Let's go. So I'm just going to give you a voiceover to explain all of the drills that I do throughout this shooting session. So I'll just start off with some warm-up shots, probably about 3 or 4 meters behind where the penalty spot would be, just guiding the ball into the corners to start with, using the inside of my foot, using the right foot, hitting those bottom corners to start with, and then after warmed up a little bit more, just lifting the ball by leaning back ever so slightly to find those top corners as well. So just working on some technique, finding my range, getting that technique nice and sharp before moving into my main shooting drills. Then I went on to my left side as well, again starting with just guiding the ball into the corners, working on that accuracy, basically just passing the ball into the corners. So nothing crazy at this point, not using the laces, just guiding the ball. And then after doing a set with the lower corners, again leaning back ever so slightly to try and find those top corners as well. And then after completing a couple of sets on each foot, I then move into my first shooting drill. So this is how I set it up. I've got about a 4x4 meter square, probably 20 to 25 meters from the goal, and then I'm just kicking the ball up in the air after a few juggles inside the middle of the square, then taking a directional first touch using the inside of my foot to trap it on the ground and push it outside of that square, and then proceed with a shot on goal, trying to find those corners, and now using a bit more of an instep technique, so slightly more towards the laces now, just so I can generate a bit more power. So after I've taken the 3 shots, I just collect them and repeat, and I probably did about 20 to 25 reps with my right foot. Then I switch sides so I can get some work on my left foot as well. Very important to try and get an equal amount of shots with the right and left foot, so you can be more dangerous in match situations. If you can shoot with both feet, you're going to have twice as many goal scoring opportunities, so you're going to be a more effective player if you can get strong with both feet. And you'll notice sometimes the ball doesn't sit flat always, sometimes it's still bouncing, but I still hit those because in a match your touch isn't always going to be perfect. Sometimes you will have to hit them on the bounce, but if you can do that, again, you're going to be a lot more deadly in front of goal. Then I moved into a winger specific drill, so this one's great for inverted wingers. An inverted winger is someone who plays on one side of the pitch, but their dominant foot is the opposite to that side of the pitch. So for example, if I'm a left winger, my dominant foot is my right foot, so I'm going to be cutting inside and trying to bend it far post. And if you're thinking your phone screen just went dark, it didn't. Basically, I'm training on one half of a full-size pitch, and you can probably hear, but there's a lot of people on the other side. So every single day, a group of guys come in and they pay to play for an hour, and every single day without fail, they stay at least 20 to 25 minutes longer than what they pay for. So the people that own the building end up getting sick of it, and they just flick off the lights to force them to leave. So they accidentally sometimes switch off some of my lights as well. They don't know I'm there. And it's a bit annoying, but you just have to get on with it. So continuing to work on that consistency, cutting inside sharply and finding that far post. And then after about 20 to 25 reps of cutting inside and finishing far post, I then move into a second variation of the same drill. So this time, instead of cutting inside, I'm cutting to the outside, so still dribbling towards that cone, but cutting to the outside this time and finishing a cross goal using my left foot. So this is just a good way to remain unpredictable in a match. If the defender starts to read you cutting inside a lot, you then have a second option to still get a shot off and help your team. So just dribbling towards that cone, as you can see, I actually hit the cone that time, but still completed the drill. Don't give up, because that's what happens in a match. You're going to make mistakes, and a lot of good goals come off mistakes or bad touches. So make sure you're finishing the drill till full completion. Then I did the exact same thing on the opposite side, so starting with the cutting inside and finishing far post, trying to get that whipping action with my left foot as well. A lot more difficult to complete this action on your non-dominant foot. But again, as I said, if you can do as many techniques with your weak foot as you can with your dominant foot, you're going to be a better player for your team. So again, with all of these shooting drills, doing about 20 to 25 reps or so. And with every rep, I'm really just trying to focus. And if I do have a bad shot or anything like that, trying to analyze what went wrong and try and correct it in my next repetition. And then finally moving into the second variation of the same drill, so exact same setup, but instead of cutting to the inside, I'm making a move, a drop of the shoulder or something like that, taking it down the line and then finishing it across goal. And the reason being because usually when you take it at this kind of angle, the goalkeeper will shift across to try and cover their near post, and usually they expose that far post. So if you shoot across goal, you're going to have a far more likelihood of putting the ball in the back of the net.
But that's going to be it for the shooting session today. Not going to go absolutely crazy because, as I said, I do have team training tonight, so I really need to save my legs for that. So I'm going to get stretched off, foam rolled and rest for the rest of the day so that I'm ready to go at training tonight. But really good to get a lot of repetitions in with both feet, putting myself through those different scenarios that I will be facing during a match, especially as a winger. Always faced with those positions at the edge of the box where I can either cut inside or take it down the line. Then I'm faced with either a bending shot far post or a low driven shot across the goalkeeper. So if I can practice these hundreds and hundreds of times, it just becomes automatic when you come and face them during a match. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.